for March Madness. We're down to the men's Final Four. This is the first time since 2008 we've seen 4 number 1 seeds, McKenzie, get into the Final Four. First of all, significance of that achievement or moment. What would you say is the significance there?
I mean, the people who don't watch college basketball probably picked this to begin with, and I'm sure a lot of people gave them, some feedback of that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That never happens.
Picking chalk, right? He's going with the favorites.
But I really think these are the 4 best teams in college basketball that we've seen in a while. So I think they're all deserving to be here, and I think it's setting up to be an incredible weekend of basketball.
When we talk about the experts and the selection committee and picking seeds, I said this earlier this week, the committee got it right. We often pick apart, like, why is this team a 1 seed, a 2 seed, a 3 seed, a 4 seed? Well, the idea is the top seeds are supposed to win. They're supposed to be the better teams, and we have all 4 number 1 seeds now. This is what college basketball is supposed to be about. You have 2 really, really great games. We have to start on over here on this side. Florida and Auburn. My Final Four national champion. I picked Florida to be there. Okay. Auburn, number 1 overall seed. They struggled down the stretch, but have found ways to win. What about this game kind of stands out to you? What are you most excited about? What are you looking forward to in this matchup?
Yeah, I don't think you can talk about this game without talking about if Janai Brumi is playing. I mean, he took, a hard fall on his arm. Something happened there. He did get back in, but like you said, anything can happen over these couple days. I do hope he plays just so it's an incredible matchup. But I think with Janai and Walter Clayton, those are the 2 players to watch, and I think they're gonna do some big things if healthy.
You're really talking about 2 of the better players in the country, if not 2 of the best. Obviously, we'll get to Duke's stars in just a minute. But to me, this is about the depth of Auburn and how the role players of Florida play. We know what we're going to get from a Janai Broome if he's healthy, and hopefully he is 100% healthy. Walter Clayton has been probably the most clutch player in this tournament. He scored 10 in the last 4, 29 in the Sweet 16. He went crazy in the fourth quarter, hitting those threes in the Elite 8 to get them to the Final Four. But it's been guys off the bench that have helped them get to the level where they're at. And I still don't think Florida has played their best basketball, which is kind of scary because they're a really, really good basketball team. But Bruce Pearl has done an amazing job with Auburn. We know what he does, what he brings as a coach. I kind of think it's his year. And I know this is when he was back at Tennessee and doing there and then coming to Auburn, he's been so close. I kind of think this is his year, which kind of goes against my pick. I think I would lean Auburn in this game, but I'm going to stick with my guns, and I'm going with Florida because Walter Clayton Jr. is the best in the country.
I'm going with Florida as well. I do need Auburn to knock down some threes, for the love of God. They've been struggling this whole tournament. If they knock down threes, they're going to blow Florida out. Not blow out. I mean, by a double digit. If they make those threes.
That's tough. Obviously, the 3-point game for Auburn, so it spreads the floor. It allows Janai Broome to do what he wants to do inside, and it creates so much pressure on the defense. And I don't know if Florida's defense could handle that if they are knocking down shots like that. So it's a good point. But Florida's played pretty good defense overall, and they've kept themselves in games to allow some of their scorers to make plays late. And I think that's going to be important for them to do again. Now we have to get with your homer pick here on the other side.
You knew this was going to be the nightcap game.
You've been riding this Duke wave for a long time. I will have to say, Duke is really hard to hate this year. Because John Shire's really, I like him as a coach. I used to not like Coach K, so it's hard not to like Cooper Flagg and Proctor and those guys. But I still don't want to see them win.
Right.
And now they're probably going to face, again, the toughest defense they've seen. Kelvin Sampson has done an amazing job. He's one of the winningest coaches in college basketball. And what he's done at Houston has been really, really special. But I'm going to ask you as a Duke person, how can Houston stop Duke? If they can, or what do they need to do in order to have a chance to win?
You know they're going to lock down Flagg and Knipple. I think it comes down to what Tyrese Proctor can bring to the Duke Blue Devils team. If he's on fire, if he's doing what he's been doing, Duke wins. But if Houston shuts down the 2 top players on Duke and Tyrese doesn't show up, I think Houston walks away with the win.
I don't know if Duke has seen a defense like Houston, the way they play, their length, their athleticism, the pressure they put on the ball, and then also their ability to recover on defense. To me, that's going to be the difference. If Houston plays the defense they played against Tennessee, I think Houston gets the win. I really do. I think it's going to take a special effort. And I'm not saying that Cooper Flagg can't do that. But we have to remember he's still very young. He's very inexperienced.
18.
I know he did well in the Elite Eight and all that stuff, but in the moment, it's going to be the bright lights of the Final Four. And if he starts missing shots early,
or taking dumb shots, right? They're gonna be tough on him. I think
back to early in the season when he had some turnover issues and was trying to do too much. And I just hope he doesn't come into this game and try to do that. I think he solidifies his spot though as an NBA star. And I know
100%.
he comes and shows up in this game, obviously there's no doubt he'll be the number 1 pick if he chooses to leave.
Right.
And I think he can solidify his spot as, maybe a star heading to the next level.
Right.
For sure. I'm still leaning Houston because I can never pick Duke.
Shocker, I'm going with Duke. I do think it's going to be a great game. In my opinion, best offense Duke against best defense Houston.
So I think it's Houston Auburn in my in my heart.
Duke.
In my heart, I really do, or my head, I guess I should say. I think it's Houston Auburn. You're Florida Duke, but I am going to take Florida because that is who I picked for my national champion, and both my national champions are still alive. And so I'm going to rock with Florida to win it all come Monday. What say you?
I'm going Duke's winning it all. Surprise there. No surprise there. I think it's going to, like I said, I'm really excited for this Final
Cooper
Four.
Flag Tournament MVP?
100%. 100%. Who right now, who's your MVP?
Walter Clayton. I mean, to me, he's been the best player in the country down the stretch.
Yeah, he's shown up when it's been
pivotal
big.
moments.
But Duke hasn't had to show up when Duke's been blowing out.
Yeah, and that's what I worry about. I do worry that they might have a little bit more adversity against Houston, and it's going to be a good one. But I really am rooting for Kelvin Sampson. I think he's an amazing coach.
I think he's a great coach.
I really like what he brings to the table.
But John Shire could win a championship for his
own
daughter.
He's got too early in his career.
All 4 of these coaches have yet to win a national championship, so I think that's going to be incredible for them.
And they all deserve to be here. It's going to be exciting. We can't wait. Monday night national championship game. Of course, everybody's going to be sitting on their couch watching it. You can tune right back into WALB for highlights and reaction the following Tuesday morning.
Okay.
That does it for our March Madness coverage in this 2024-25 season. She's McKenzie Blaze. I'm Aaron Mukes. Thanks for joining us.